Hello guys, hope you are doing well. So today I am going to discuss the problem subset 2. So let's see how many problems we have done in the backtracking section. So we have done till subset 1. We have done 10 problems already. So we are going to pick up the next problem subset 2 today. So let's jump into the subset 2. So it is given, we are given a collection of integers that might contains duplicates. So we have to return all possible subsets of this set actually, and the solution set must not contains duplicate subset. So as we have already solved the previous one, subset 1, there it is given that set doesn't contains any duplicates, but here it is given that set might have some numbers repeated more than once. So and we have to output the result that is unique. So in the previous case, when there is no duplicate, the total number of subsets are going to be like to the power n. So let's see here, they are going to be like less than to the power n actually. So you can, as it is clear from the example as well. So 2 the power 3 is equal to 8. So here they are given like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here only distinct sets, six distinct sets are there actually. So how we are going to calculate these unique sets actually? So we are going to keep our methodology same as previous, like either we can include a particular element into a set, or we can exclude a particular element into this into a subset. Okay, so for each element there is two possibilities. Okay, so in this way we can proceed, but here the elements are duplicate as well. So what I can do, like we can keep a map, uh, for having distinct subsets actually. So if you try to insert the say a set into a duplicate subset into hash set, then it will discard it actually. Okay, so for handling duplicate we are going to have a hash set, but that keeping a hash set would not solve our problem at all. Like how? Because let's say if our input is given like instead of 122, if it is given like 212. Okay, so our hash set treats a subset 1 2 different with 2 1 actually. So our hash set treats like 1 2 is different and 2 1 is different, but we know that this is the same set actually. So we for these kind of cases we have to sort this array actually. So if you sort the array, then the cases like subsets like 2 1 and 1 2 won't occur. So only 1 2 is occur. 1 2 is going to appear into my result actually. So hope you have understand this. So here are two concepts. First we are going to sort this array, and then we'll apply like previous, like for each element either we include it or exclude it, and then try to insert into the hash set. So there are three steps mainly involved in this problem. Like first we need to sort the array, and I have already explained why we need to sort the array. If we don't sort the array, then output would contains subsets like 2 1 and 1 2, and these are not distinct subset actually. These are the same set, but if you are inserting into the hash set, uh, if you're inserting into the hash set 2 1 and 1 2, these will be treated differently, and this will be in our output, and our output will be wrong actually. That case I will demonstrate here actually in this area only. So let's first implement it. So we have to return the result in the form of lists. So let's create a list of integers. Let's name it answer, and a set of lists for keeping unique candidate subsets. Let's name it result, new hash set. Okay, so as we have already discussed, we will check for the null cases as well. So if nums equal to null, or nums dot length equal to 0, then we simply return the empty array answer. And now if it is not the empty, then we will start backtracking from 0th index, 0th, and let's create a new array list. This is the candidate subset, new array list, and we can pass nums and candidate. And as we have discussed, we need to sort this array, so we'll sort this array nums, and in the end we need to add all the results, answer.add add all res, and then simply return answer. So now we need to implement this backtracking function. So private void solve int idx int nums list integer candidate. So if our index reaches the size of this nums array, then we know that we got a candidate subset. So we'll need to add it to our final answer. So if idx equal to nums dot length, then we know that we got a candidate subset. So we'll add it to result set. And we simply return, and first skip the element at idx position, solve idx plus 1 nums and candidate. Now we include it, then we'll add candidate dot add nums idx solve idx plus 1 nums candidate, and then backtrack. Size minus 1. So let's run this program. So it is running successfully. Okay, so now I will demonstrate the case if you not sort the array actually. So let's say our given input is 2 1 2. So it is running perfectly fine, and let's remove this sorting function. So yeah, as you can say that the output is wrong actually. So in the output we can see that in our output there are more elements. So 2 1 and 1 2 is there actually. So this has to be considered as one set 1 2. So if you not sort the array, then these kind of cases will going to be appear actually. So for considering these, for handling these cases, we need to sort the array actually. So let's run this again. So yeah, it is running successfully. Okay, so let's submit it. So yeah, it is accepted. So hope you have enjoyed this video, enjoyed this concept, and understood the backtracking. So for more videos like that, do subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.